All right, guys, welcome back. Guys and gals, thank you for watching. Today's video is going to be a little... it's probably going to ramble on for a minute or two, all right? Because I got a few things I want to get off my chest as I talk about this Richmond Custom Knives knife. This is the Model 35, and it was loaned in to me by a viewer, Steven. And as he sent this in, he sent a note with, details about all the three knives that he sent. And he talked about, he made me handle this at Blade Show West of 2024. It's now February of 2025 when I'm filming this. And I swear I don't remember handling this. And it got me thinking. I don't even remember specifically Steven, but we've chatted since I got the letter and the note and this knife. And I know we did connect. But it kind of made me think, and I was kind of apologetic to him because I felt bad that I didn't remember this knife or him at the show. And it made me kind of think that I need to slow down at the show and really pay more attention to the people and the knives. I'm a small channel and I'm just an average guy. I'm not some big celebrity person, and I just need to take more time with people that approach me in public. And I'm sorry that I didn't do that, Steve. And I should have taken a minute more with this knife. Because as the title kind of said, or as the thumbnail, actually I haven't done the thumbnail yet, but I'm thinking of ideas as a thumbnail as I'm doing this, so it'll probably say something. This is, to me, is kind of a sleeper knife, if you will. It doesn't look fancy per se, and that's not a bad thing. Okay, and let me give an example here. Like the King Battle, from a mile away, that just looks exotic and like wow factor, right? But this guy, it looks clean, it looks classy, but it doesn't look over the top. It looks pretty basic. And again, I don't mean that negatively. I don't know a better word right now for that. And if you do, and if you're watching and you understand what I'm talking about, put that in the comment. So, I mean, from the look of it just sitting here compared to the King Battle, I'm kind of like, okay, it's a knife. I'm drawn more to this because it's a little more flashy and it's got exotic material. This is titanium and burl micarta and CPM 154. It's not even marked. There's no markings on here. There's a little cross. That's it. That's the only mark on the whole knife. On the outside. On the inside, right up here, I'm going to put a picture of the actual insides of this knife that I found on Brad Richmond's Instagram. The action of this is undescribable. It's something that you have to have in hand to fully understand. He makes different models. He's a part-time maker. I don't know much about him. Part-time maker. I think he made 4 knives last year in 2024 and maybe 12 in 2023. And don't quote me on those numbers, but that's just kind of what I've heard. I think this is an incredible, incredible knife. Not super expensive, $1,500, $1,600, $1,700. But for a part-time maker to be doing this level of fit and finish and quality is amazing to me. Some orange peel titanium. Love this milling. I mean, you can't deny that milling is just stunning. The fit and finish between the micarta and the titanium is flawless. I've seen on his Instagram, which I'm going to put a link down below to his Instagram. He is not taking orders. My understanding is he does them and posts them first come, first serve. He's made some with carbon fiber. He's done some with Sanmai Damascus and Damasteel bolsters and Damasteel blades and all the exotic stuff as well. Make some flipper tab ones. There's a lot of different models. And I think this knife, with its slight recurve blade, and you can see, this one is scratched up. Steven, the owner, this is his favorite knife in his collection. And you can tell he uses it. And I love that he uses it and that it is a bit scratched up. I love that. But I think maybe this knife with a thumb stud instead of the thumb hole would probably be the ticket for me. There is internal milling, as you saw earlier in the exploded picture. I'm just really, it's kind of a sleeper, like I said. And until I spent a few minutes with it a couple days ago, I didn't fully appreciate it. Because again, it looked sort of, classy and classic, but not necessarily my style. This, I think, is a perfect don't judge the book by its cover knife, if you will. I'm really just blown away. And I know that's going to sound sort of silly, but I kind of equate it to this Tim Gallion. While it looks a little flashy, I didn't fully appreciate this knife until I had it in hand. The flipping action is unlike any other knife I've ever handled. And with this knife, I knew the moment I flipped it, I had to own it. So I did. It was coming to me just to film and send off to Recon 1 to sell for the owner. I flipped it once. I got a hold of the owner and said, I need to keep it. What's it going to cost? And we worked it out. This one runs on washers. Yes, drop shut, crazy on washers. This one runs on bearings. But while it's not drop shut, it's like perfectly shut. All right. Told you I was going to kind of go off on some tangents here. 4 5/8 closed. This is the Model 35. I don't remember if I said the actual model number earlier. 4 5/8 closed, 8 1/4 overall. 3.52 inch blade with a 3.4 inch cutting edge. 0.022 behind the edge. 0.149 blade thickness, CPM 154, weighs in at 5.3 ounces with an overall thickness of 0.645, excluding the clip. This is a phenomenal knife. If it wasn't the favorite in Steve's collection, I would probably try to buy it from him. And this burlap micarta isn't really my favorite, but the way it looks, I've seen a similar knife by Brad Richmond in carbon fiber, and I kind of like this burlap micarta better. Yeah, I don't really think about buying knives anymore necessarily, unless it's something that I'm really passionate about. from like a Todd Fisher, Red Horse Knife Works. I'm kind of stuck in my little world nowadays with what I like. But this thing, my God, I can't get over it. I'm smitten with this knife. Steve says he's never touched the pivot. It's never loosened up. It stayed center and true the entire time he's had it. Got it in March or April of last year of 2024. So he's had it maybe 10 months. Carries it a lot, uses it a lot. And I just think it's fantastic. So let's just do a couple of quick side-by-sides with some of these other things I pulled out. You know I love the King Battle. Carried it for 366 days. It is bigger, beefier, whatever. But damn, this thing is just completely and truly badass. And I can't get over it. And I know I sound like a giddy little schoolgirl maybe. But I just can't explain it. It's something you really need to handle to understand fully, I think. So anybody that does have a Richmond custom knife of their own, please comment down below. I kind of wish that Brad was doing orders, because I might want one of these with a thumb stud. I don't know if he does thumb studs. I'm not sure if I saw any thumb studs on his Instagram. Maybe, I'm sure. No real difference. Because I don't love the whole thing. Like a stud I think is better for me personally. But guys, I don't know what it is. Don't judge a book by its cover. That's all I got, guys. So thanks for watching. Let me know your thoughts down below. If you own a Richmond, if you've handled a Richmond, please. Am I off base? Am I smoking crack? Because I'm smitten with this kind of basic-ish looking knife that's far from basic. I kind of wonder if he became a full-time maker. Like, I don't know how much more he could improve. I can't find a flaw with this knife. I think it's damn near a 10 out of 10. Yeah. Thanks for watching. If you made it all the way to the end, comment 10 down below.